if our Arowell goes down, it's pretty much GG. We still got one more unit that we can test out, and that's Holilday Yufine. So I think we're going to be able to, put up some buffs here. Okay, we got those barriers. So we got the 20% buff on the barrier for Senya's S2 passive. So keep that in mind. We got the 20% barrier. That barrier is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. So we're gonna go S3. Hopefully we can nuke out the Summer Assyria. Otherwise, it's gonna be a bad time for everybody else on the team. Just barely survives. That's gear gap 700 HP, but that's fine because I think bombs only landed on Senya, and then she pretty much kills herself, right? So S3 here, we do have a 100% chance to stun for 1 turn and grant a barrier to all allies for 2 turns. The only problem here is that our Senya is pretty much stun locked, but Arowell is a bait for the ARavi, so even if we don't get the stun counter, sure, why not? Even if we don't get the stun, we do have that escort, so Senya will hopefully be able to do something, but as you can see, that Arowell is not doing great, not doing great at all. Crimson Seed counter. All right, so let's see. Does Arrow go down here? Very, very close. We're going to have to go with the S3. We're probably going to get countered. Even though, keep in mind, we have Adamant on our LO. That Ravi did an insane amount of damage. I think Arrow is going to go down here. Very, very close. We'll get a little barrier. So let's see what the barrier looks like. I can't believe that's a barrier on the Senya S2. That's pretty insane. That's pretty bad. Okay, we got a CR push there, so that's not too bad. The S1 for Arrow attacks the enemy with a sword and shield and has a 75% chance to dispel 2 buffs. The bad thing there is that we don't have to strip anything, right? So we're just gonna go S1 here, maybe get a dual attack. No dual attack. We do get the escort. We're gonna go S3. No, we go on the Ravi. We need to put in a lot of damage on her. We need more burns. Even though we don't have the vigor buff up, we need some damage. Crits on the Senya, because sure, why not? We'll go S1 here. No provokes, which is a feels bad. We'll get some CR push here. The Arowell does go down. I think our Senya is probably going to go down as well. Senya is on the artifact that deals additional damage based on the attack of the caster. So she's doing 4k damage. Oh, we finally got an anti-crit there. Very nice. Okay, S1, hopefully no counters. Burns, that's fine too. We'll go S1 here. Dual attack. So I think Senya goes down there. Even if we save our Kawazu, he's not going to take out that Ravi, right? So that barrier was a feels bad. Arowell, 6-star, not that great. I guess we can try to find a unit that doesn't strip, but hey, good luck finding that in GVG. All right, here we go. Next fight up. So Arowell didn't pan out the way we hoped, but it's hard, right? It's hard in GVG, especially when you have nothing but debuffers that you have to go against. Ran, you have to go against Para, right? You got units that are going to strip you turn 1. So we got Yufine, right? But as you can see here, our Yufine was not fast enough to be able to cleanse before we went, but that's fine. Hwayoung here is going to nuke out our Senya, but that's fine. We're gonna bring her back with our Spirit Isolate. Now, we switched the exclusive equipment on Senya, I believe, to the lifesteal because those barriers were horrible. Okay, we're also going to get an attack buff here. That's Yufine's new buff, so she gives attack buff on her S3, so she cleanses and gives attack buff. So we're going to go attack buff S3. Let's see what we can do. We got a full provoke this time. The bad thing is that she's gonna die. She's gonna die, but we can come back and revive, hopefully, with the Spirit Isolate. So let's see what we can do here. We're probably gonna get some provokes, right? There's the death. We'll go, I guess we'll go S1 into, do we go into the Hua? I think we go into the Hua. I think that's probably our best play here. Maybe we can Dust Devil. Dust Devil attack buff. Very, very nice. I think we kill. Okay. We'll go S1 here. So RB should kill himself. There's that burn that we got. We don't have her insane damage. We just have her more tanky stats on the Yufine. So this should be okay. We'll get a counter. And I think we should be able to heal up enough. The good thing about Yufine being a fire unit is that she's going to bait the para, right? She's going to bait the para. Even if we miss here, that's fine. We just want someone that is going to take some damage. Unfortunately, we weren't able to revive Senya, but she did her job as the Huayang bait, if anything, right? All right, here we go. Last fight up. We got Holilday Yufine up against CLilias. We'll see how this goes because, again, we're not insanely fast, but here we try to bring in units to bait out the other units on the team. So we'll be able to get a cleanse here, at least on ourselves with the Spirit Isolate, and then our Yufine will go cleanse the attack break on the ARavi and the provokes, and also give us attack buff so that when that Ravi goes, she's pretty much going to kill herself into the Spirit Isolate. So we'll see how much damage we can put up. They do have FCC. Maybe we can some crits from that FCC into the Spirit Isolate, but we'll see. We got the crits, so we'll be able to dispel that skill null, get some HP back, and we'll also be able to counter here, which is actually really, really nice. So that ARavi does have the skill null, so we'll clear it. Maybe we can get Dust Devil. Okay, no Dust Devil proc, that's fine. We're gonna go S1 into the CLilias. Let's go ahead and clear that skill null. We do have the ability to put up some burns. We can put up some burns, but I mean, more than likely, we're probably not going to get anything. We don't have her on the burn build. Counter on the Yufine, which is not good for us. We're going to go S1 here into the CLilias. We'll get some health back here, which it'll be nice. We still have attack buff. No Dust Devil proc. That's fine. We'll keep working on this CLilias here. Maybe we can get a counter here. Very nice. We'll get some HP back. And I think this should be just enough to save us. Counter. Okay, we do cleanse that. Very nice. We'll go S1 here. Maybe we get some more burns. Okay, we got a burn on the CLilias, which is nice. Yeah, we don't be greedy, and we just take out the CLilias. Let's go ahead and get the kill for sure on that. So we can go up at least an HP. We'll counter again. Dust Devil proc finally. Nice. So we'll get some more HP there. We'll be able to Soul Burn S1 and potentially take out the FCC here. And then we can just finish off this ARavi, right? So for the most part, I mean, was that attack buff really necessary? I mean, not really, right? I think we could have brought in any other unit and for a support role, could have done a better job. All right, so here we have Holilday Yufine. You'll see she's on a speed immunity set. I think out of all the units that we tried to showcase today with their new buffs, I think she probably did the best. We do have her on Snow Crystal, which increases critical hit resistance by 20%. And then she also gets a CR push when she suffers a non-critical hit. It really synergizes with her evasion from her S2. So she gets that increased evasion by 35% and an additional increase of evasion by 35% when she's at max health. So that turn 1, right? She dispels 2 debuffs, not all debuffs, just 2 from all allies, but now she gets that increased attack for everybody. She did lose her greater attack buff that she gave herself, but in my opinion, if you were trying to play her as a DPS, it was still very tough because you need a lot of bulk, you need a lot of speed, you need crit damage, and insane attack. And you need a lot of attack because her S1 gives that burn damage. It's a 60% chance. We only have her at the +3 molas, only the friendship molas, because I never really liked Holilday Yufine's kit. It never really worked for me, more than just a Bazaar counter, right? But I mean, is it worth investing into her right now? Probably not. You need a lot. You need to be able to cleanse. You need to be able to go fast, at least right after openers. And she gets destroyed by Para. She gets destroyed by Ran, right? Both of those units are ice units that a fire unit is going to do pretty bad against, even with that evasion, right? You want to bring her into at least some grass units. Let's take a look at Senya here real quick. So Senya, you know, one of my favorite waifus in Epic 7. We almost have her triple S. We went pretty hard on her banner. We were able to pick up her Spear of a New Dawn and max it out, believe it or not. But, you know, she didn't perform that great. We had her at 20k HP, 1.3k defense, 190 speed, some effectiveness, and some wasted effect res. And I mean, we could have put her on immunity to try to hopefully guarantee that we don't get stripped by Para. But hey, Para is always going to strip, right? Even though we're bringing her into ice units in GVG, you know, the S3 now has an AoE provoke, but you know, for the most part, she still really doesn't do much or doesn't do enough. I think the barrier is pretty bad. Even though we had the EE that gives the 20% barrier boost, which I believe is this one here, increases Grace of the Bastard barrier by 20%. It was really bad. It was really, really small compared to, you know, something like FCC or any other unit that's going to give you that survivability. I think her barrier here now is just wasted. I think if they would have just kept the random buff, it would have been better because you could have got healing, right? Immunity. Even just those two buffs would have been better than that barrier. Her S1 provoke, I mean, we have it at 75% chance. We have the most molas in everything except for the damage. Spear New Dawn didn't really do much. It didn't do much. We had her on the healing one, but even then, I mean, I think we would have to push her maybe even faster, like what, 215, 220 with insane amount of attack. But even then, those kind of stats are very, very difficult to get, right? Let's take a look at Arowell here real quick. So we did try to build her. We stripped her artifact, but we had her on Adamant Shield just to reduce that crit damage. 1.5k defense, 21k HP, 200 defense, and some res. You know, I thought she was going to perform better, but you got to keep in mind that the escort is a buff, right? So 9 times out of 10, you're going to be facing a stripper in GVG, and that's going to remove this escort buff, hit you with unbuffable or defense break or stigma, and it's going to be a bad time. So if you do bring her, you got to bring a cleanser with her because she can't cleanse herself. That CR push is nice when you don't have her strict on, right? The S3 stun, 100% chance to stun though on the S3. You know, that's actually really, really nice. Not a lot of units have a 100% chance to stun. She also gives a barrier to all allies for 2 turns. The barrier isn't insane. So, I mean, there is that. She is a 3-star. Keep that in mind. Maybe she'll get SC or a skill change in the future. Her S1 here attacks the enemy with a sword and has a 75% chance to dispel 2 buffs, each to dispel 2 buffs. It's nice if you're bringing her into buff heavy teams, but again, most of the time you're going to get stripped. You're not going to do much because you want her to be somewhat fast to be able to stun a very high key target, right? We could build her on a counter set to take advantage of the strips on the S1, but then it's not a provoke, right? I don't think it's as much value. If it were a provoke, I think building her on a counter set would have been a lot better in regards to that. But that's going to be it for me. Let me know your thoughts about the new buffs. Have you tried out any of the units? Which one are you most satisfied? Honestly, they're all kind of disappointing. I was hoping at least one of them would be a little bit better. You know, I still have high hopes for Senya, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like always, if you haven't enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, think about subscribing. It really helps the channel grow and reach more people like you who like content like this. Like always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.